Hi guys, this is my version 1.5 Nextbot tutorial. This Nextbot tutorial was severely delayed. I'm sorry for the amount of time you guys had to wait for this. I was just procrastinating and I was busy as well. So yeah, if you see me be gone for like week intervals, like not like 1 to 2 weeks, like more than that, then I'm probably getting tired. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna show you this Nextbot tutorial and baller. Anyway, this is the two Nextbots. I have one as a display and one as a, well, default one that you could use. In Starter GUI, you can put these in. I will explain what they are. So the camera blur is like when you press escape or like go to settings, it will blur the screen. Just a little aesthetic that you might like in your game. An F for flashlight. A mouse hover, so like let's say you're looking at a player, let's say this is a player, then the player's name would show up right next to your mouse. This is a tilt, as in you walk one way, then your camera will tilt that way. It doesn't go forward and backwards, only side to side. View bobbing, this is just normal view bobbing. It's customizable, and yeah. You all put these in Starter GUI if you haven't figured that out already. In Workspace, you're going to put the folder bots without renaming it. Don't rename it, okay? Just put it in Workspace. Inside has these two bots, and I'll show you what are inside in a bit. Do not change the name of the bots, by the way. You could either change the name or create tons of scripts, which I'll explain in a sec, or leave it the same and rename this in the middle. Rename the name script, which literally does nothing. This is some Gmod lighting. It's like when you spawn in, it makes a sound. And other stuff like that. And it's a safe zone to help protect you against bots. These bots actually don't choose a different target, I don't think, when you're in the safe zone. Sorry about that. In the unpack in replicated storage folder, you'll find these. Credit to IEmre. I don't know if I said that right. IEmre. I don't know. Credit to him for the shaking script. He's an awesome lad. He's awesome. Okay, so these two starter character scripts and the replicated storage scripts go together. This is the camera shaking that you guys been asking for. He messaged me and I asked for it, so he was generous enough to give it to me. So thank you so much, and now I can share it to everyone else. So I'll link his profile in the description, and yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. You can change the distance in the camera shake in the starter character scripts. Distance, change that number, and what happens is you'll go closer and your screen will have a bigger displacement. So yeah, in server storage, the Nextbot AI goes there. You can kind of customize some of these things like time variance, which only changes the amount of times it thinks, comparison checks, and blah blah blah. That's all it is. Now I'm going to show you how the bots work. If I go to the normal default bot, it has acceleration. So this is if it's really far away from you and it wants to go faster. So you can change these two numbers, and that's what will help you a lot. Artificial intelligence does not need to be changed. In the artificial intelligence script, you can change this and experiment with that. In the human, you have to go and scroll all the way down in properties until you find the walk speed. That is the speed of the Nextbot. Okay? That's it. And the health and the max health is infinite, so you can't kill it. You can change those variables if you want it to be killed. I've made jump enabled and stuff like that so it can jump. Keep the auto rotate on and keep the platform stand to off, because it will have some problems on steep slopes and it will make the image go weird, but I can't change that because that's just problems with Roblox. Anyway, that's basically how you can customize the bot's speed. Now we're going to move on to basically the name and the reset. So the name and the reset, just rename the script name, like to blah, 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 based on your Nextbot name. Because the reason why you have to rename it in the script is because if you go to the shaking in starter character scripts, it has to go by this name in order to tell when to shake. So, if you were to change the name of the model, then you would have to individually change each you have to make so many different scripts that have specific names, and that's not good. So, yeah. Also, he's credited there. The reset script is just a random time for the bot to reset. Let's say it's in the void, and you want it to respawn back. It does that. So, you just change the wait time for how long you want it to reset from one time to another, and that's basically it. Now we're going to move on to the more advanced stuff, like jump scares. Oh my gosh. Crazy. So, in the hitbox, there's a death sound, ID, which I haven't changed that at all, so you can do it, and a jump scare ID. There are some distortion sound effects in there that you can change if you want. But the jump scare ID is this. In the death sound, you basically just change how long you want the sound to play after touching it again. By the way, this has to be consistent throughout every single jump scare script, because each script triggers differently. So if I go to the jump scare, it has a certain amount of wait time that you're going to have to adjust accordingly. But that's basically it. Change the interval, how long you want it to play, and in the jump scare, you go to the amount of shake, this section right here, and that's how long the image stays on screen. And all the images is just the image that you chose, and it shakes it on the screen for the amount of seconds and just disappears like incredibly fast. And that's it. You guys can mess around with that. I really need help on making it fade out. So if any of you guys can help me with that, I would really appreciate it. I've tried some things, but all it did was break the script. So, yeah. In order to change the image of the jump scare, you're going to go to the jump scare UI. Now, don't change the shake or anything. And you can change the background by going to the background color and adjusting that accordingly. You go to the jump scare image. Do not change the name, by the way. Do not change the name of anything. And scroll all the way down to the image ID and paste in your image of your Nextbot in there. You might need to adjust the size and position depending on if your image is a square or not. So that's what the hitbox is. And now for the humanoid root part. You know the drill. You got the sound ID. And in order to change how far you can hear it, you have to change the roll-off max distance, which is basically the amount of... I forget the units, but the distance between you and the bot and how far you can hear the sound. This is the death. All it does is if it touches the player, then it kills you. For some of you that have been keeping up with my previous models, you have realized that I've taken away the fling. So a real problem with this, I realized, is that if another bot touches another bot, then they will both fling each other in different directions. That's bad. So this is more of an evade type bot, so that's why it doesn't fling you. But if you want to have it be flung, try use my V1.4 or other stuff. To change the image of the Nextbot, you go to the image ID and change the image ID. And that's all it is. That's the whole bot. So that's all it is. You can mess around with that and you'll have some fun. And now there are some people who don't pay attention to my videos and all they want to do is download the model and use it without even watching my video. So for the people who do watch, you actually have to do this. Like, for the people who do watch, you need to pay attention. To change the image, you go to the place that you put the image in, okay? And you take only the number when you copy and paste the image. So let's say, for example, I'm going to some random image. Let's find a goofy... Okay, you copy the asset ID, and what that copies is only the number. And whenever you're copying it, you have to do the number, okay? And you're going to delete everything in the pre-existing URL and only paste in the ID. That's it. That is it. And you just press enter, okay? But I'm not going to do that because, well, I already have it set for something. Anyway, this is just a hitboxing and blah, blah, blah. for the sound, to change the speed. Again, I'm going to remind you guys again because none of you guys listen to this. I swear I get like 1,000 comments that say this. You go to humanoid, which is the human, and you scroll all the way down in properties. And you go to the walk speed, and you change that to your number. I've realized that the higher you do it, the weirder the physics get, so be careful on that, I guess. You can change the acceleration. If you don't want it, just disable it. Yeah, anyway, that is the whole thing. That's all you need to do. And that's it. In Workspace, there's a safe zone. So, yeah, that's right there. So, yeah, I'm going to play. And you guys can watch me suffer or go put this in your game, I guess. Oh. So, I have V-hopping. I just realized I was going to add that into this, and I forgot to. So, yeah. This does work every time you reset, so, yeah. Oh, I'm actually running away pretty oh, shoot. That was the jump scare, by the way. Oh, there they go. I'm gonna hide by the baller. Ah! Can't get me. Maybe he can. Whoa, yeah, anyway. I gotta add the movement.
Ntai, after hours, cute shojos, and it all be ours. Love hotels where we make you shower. If I'm gonna sip, I guess I will allow her. Ntai, after hours, cute shojos, and it all be ours. Love hotels where we make you shower. If I'm gonna sip, I guess I will allow her.
Thank you for watching my videos. My baller video actually did good, and that was my first time animating. That was cool. You can watch it on my channel, I guess. That's fun, and I'm gonna post it now, so yay. Also, don't bully me because it's a jump scare. Lol, procrastination. Oh, what? Procrastination kicking me. I'm gonna submit it.